Let's go. Oh, hey, man.
Oh, shit.
We did it.
We're still doing it. And time is on.
Time is on.
We are running the
Cheers.
running the line right now. Like running proper lines.
Yep. Yeah. We are.
Not like actual lines, but
not actual lines, but I'm definitely
oh,
running a little
we're
line.
snowboarders now, so
We're hitting the slopes. Hit the slopes. Yeah.
all our weeks are crammed into cramming 6 days into 4.
Unreal.
It's full noise.
Never been so anxious in my life.
About
Just everything. I don't know. Just
what are you anxious about?
it's just a lot of work. It's just all coming together. But
It's all coming together.
it's all
What's coming
just
together?
going down through the slopes.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Can we start the episode?
Yeah. Well,
Let's do this.
hello.
Hey guys,
What's your name?
welcome
Welcome.
to the 20th episode.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I did not think we were going to get 20 episodes in.
Dude.
Like, I'm not going to lie.
I fully agree. I honestly fully agree.
I hope
Here
our
we
mothers are really enjoying this.
I know, literally. Well, we are pointing to feedback from like my one client.
Is that my feet or your feet smelling like that?
I think it's yours. I see something exposed over there.
There is a toe. There's also a toe exposed. Anyway, let's hit this shit.
This is the 20th episode. Also, our season finale. This is season 1 wrap up. It's a bit of a big deal.
Because we don't usually wrap up, so
We are going to be quite literally bringing things all together, and we're going to bring you guys back into a little bit into our world, and we're going to talk about, we're pretty much going to walk the walk on everything or most things that we spoke about, passing on to you guys, and we're going to talk to you about today of how we dealt with those things through our journey.
it's all very off the cuff as well. So I'm sure we'll touch on this a little bit more in later episodes.
100%.
Maybe a bit more story because we're just trying to fucking get one out before we go to the snow. Dane's about to make the first move, but this is the Split Shift Pod.
This is Split Shift Potty, baby.
Thanks for joining us and having a good time.
So in our 16 years of coaching, we've obviously, this is just in our professional career, but we've been weight training for God knows how long now. It's over 10 years, fucking a decade.
I've been training weights for about 45 years now. So
don't look at it.
Yeah.
Don't look at it.
No.
It's freshy.
No, well, because I'm so small.
I know. It feels shit knowing that you have trained, I've trained for so long, and I think I've made maybe no gains. I've actually made no fucking gains.
I think we spoke about this in the first episode and said that if we don't start looking better soon, we're definitely going to jump on the gear.
It's jump on the gear.
Just to trial it.
Just try it. Yeah.
Maybe we can do like a viewers jump in. We all do roids together.
That'll be wholesome. That's our community,
That's community building.
Community building shit.
Yeah. Hey, we have a few topics to talk about, all based around our experience with the things, like Danny just said, all the things that we have dealt with around belief systems, circle of influence, dealing with mindset issues, all that sort of stuff. So we're just going to fire off a couple of questions to each other. Okay. We got 12 minutes to wrap this shit up from now. So
unreal.
Let's fire it.
Let's do this. Talking about the most important one is our Jimbo belief. How, when you first started, taking it back to how you become now, how do you feel you've changed within your belief systems, your identity, and stuff like that?
Fuck that. Even like hearing that as a sentence is so weird.
It's wild, eh? It's like we're the clients now.
Literally. Yeah. I actually haven't heard, again, this is all off the cuff, so we haven't even fucking spoken about this yet. But I haven't had that said ever, literally ever, in like 10 years, like since doing PTs. That's actually fucking weird to hear. Well, fuck, we could probably do 15 minutes just on this.
Fuck.
To be honest. To be honest.
I know.
So my identity, are we talking about like PT or are we talking about just health and fitness in general? What's been affected by it?
I guess what brought this road to this point of within your career, to where you're but also just your training journey. I guess
yep.
From a general whole, yeah.
So anybody that knows me, particularly in the last probably 10 years, definitely knows I'm fucking just the loud, doesn't really give a fuck, unapologetic, just say whatever, how it is. I'm pretty confident we'll talk to anybody, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's probably just who I am to most people. And, that's who I am, and that's real. But prior to finding, the gym in particular, but health and fitness in general and taking care of, what I eat lifestyle wise, all that sort of shit, prioritizing that aspect of myself during school, all that shit. If you knew me during school, particularly early days, I was extremely not fucking confident. Wild. I know. Even saying that to people that know me really well, I was like, get fucked. I was shy as fuck,
Yeah.
literally. Quiet. I had, yeah, like I said, low confidence. I was constantly like the idea of talking to a fucking female was so foreign. Like, there's no way I'll be doing that shit. You know, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
I love this so much.
It's fucking weird because like this literally could not be more opposite of who I am now. And I guess, yeah, I think that changed when I started delving deeper into my health and fitness, when I started delving deeper into training, all that sort of stuff. And I think it comes back to the fact that I put so much value in what other people would think of me. So I was too shy and too hesitant to I know, put myself out there. I didn't have confidence. I didn't believe that I could. This is where the belief system comes in, I guess. I didn't believe that I had value in myself, or I could be anything of value. What the gym and what training and what that sort of aspect of my life did when I started getting to that, it teaches you that with discipline, commitment, focus, and a bit of time, you can actually change not only your physical body, but you can actually see progress in something. And I think thinking about it like that, obviously at the time it was just like I got a few muscles, you know, I dedicated myself to something to pass time, whatever. But yeah, I guess knowing that with enough dedicated effort, you can see progress in some direction. I think probably what it does to your subconscious mind is it would make you believe that you can make progress in any area of your life with enough dedicated effort and focus. So yeah, I guess finding this sort of shit, there's no way I'd be here unless I found that in the first place. Well, obviously not here because I'm a fucking personal trainer. So if I didn't go to the gym, I probably wouldn't be here. But I definitely wouldn't be who I am today unless I found that in the first place. I would still be that shy, reserved person that never put myself out there, would never be in a job that I was any good at because I don't know, obviously you can have like maybe desk work or whatever, but I wasn't smart either. Like, you know what I mean? So I wasn't that smart, but I wasn't that emotionally intelligent. I wasn't really fucking anything. So finding this area, my whole personality came out, you know, because I could back myself. I put my worth and my value in what I can do for myself, you know, rather than what I'm doing to impress others or something. I don't know. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Dude, shit. Did that answer the question? I can't
remember what the question was.
That was awesome. As I was just thinking about that, I was laughing. I was like, not like I was smiling as you were talking about your journey and like and how like you've developed so much in your belief systems. I've been weight training for 10 years. I've been a PT for 6 years. It fucking blows my mind. I don't think we really ever sat down and really
never spoken about
it before because the real parallels that we have in our journey are so fucking similar. It actually it was kind of comical. I'm like, fuck, we've had really similar experiences.
Yeah, right.
With my journey is that, especially with my previous, like, you know, my belief systems, who I really was before, especially same as people in high school. I was always known as like, you know, like the nice kid, whatever, but I was very introverted. I was actually riddled with anxiety, bad anxiety, and I didn't have confidence. I couldn't talk to girls. I was nice, but like I didn't want to show who I was because I was doing so much for other people. Again, it's so funny. When I became a PT and when I started joining the gym, even I was 52 kilos. You know, I was 15 years old. I had this idea that I was like, I wanted to be this version of myself, and I wanted to like go to festivals, like kind of like a Ziz style, like I would like go to festivals, looking aesthetic, you know, get girls, stuff like that. And like that was a 15-year kid's dream. But what changed over time, especially with like my belief system, is that with the what weight training told me is a very similar values is that, well, you just just whatever happens, just keep going. This is what my parents used to always say to me. My mum always used to say to me, is like, no matter whatever happens, then just keep going. Just keep going. And that was pretty much it. That was it. With like how I struggled with my self-confidence and my identity of how I was in the past. That's something I struggled with for such a long time. For me, about half, the worst half of the last 5 years of my training journey. When I became a PT, I don't know if you might have remembered it. We trained at a previous gym before, the current gym we're training at now. I was extremely quiet. I was still very nervous. I was still kind of trying to find my feet. And PTing really brought me out of my shell to become who I am now, which is along with that, I guess, that the ideal version I want to be. And I'm like, I remember when I used to be, really bubbly and outgoing and stuff like that, and used to have full of energy and stuff like that, but then I wasn't. And something changed over time. And that feeling, I was just like, no, like I know that I can be that version. So I want to be that version of myself again. And when I tell you my anxiety was that bad, it was like I used to have panic attacks, like with standing on, like, like doing a public speak, like a speech or whatever for a presentation, and in front of 6 people, and I'd be freaking the fuck out. Like it was wild. And this exposure therapy of just throwing myself in there and just saying, I'm like, you gotta just go and just push forward and just, like this is where you want to be, but it's going to be uncomfortable as fuck. So learning to be super uncomfortable, but getting comfortable with that is such a liberating feeling where you're just like, you really have the capacity to be able to be who you want to be when you push yourself in that like this, that zone of discomfort in the name of I'm doing this for me. Because you're right. Like I feels like I always relate it back to, I'm like, what if I never joined the gym? Like what if I never like never became a PT? What if I never went down that road? Where would I have been? And I'm just like, and honest to God, I wouldn't fucking know. Because like this is like we are unapologetically ourselves, where we can talk some shit, we can speak our thoughts, where we can voice, where we can have a yarn, we can, do what we want to do, and also live our dream jobs every single day to be able to help people. I wouldn't even know where I would have been. And that's like, and like, I guess that's like I guess like it's a nice understanding of like, this is through at least my journey of like pushing through that discomfort and allowing to really delve into that belief system. I'm like, this is the person that you really want to be, but also knowing that I'm like, you're not that 52 kilo kid anymore. You're not that really shy or anxious kid who's riddled with that. But I know well and truly that I can allow myself to go back to that if I choose to. So I always want to make sure that I'm being myself. I want to make sure that I'm not always having to be, out like do things for other people, which I used to do so much, not feel so anxious about so many different things, but I'm just like, just let things flow, go with the punches, see where it takes you. Because chances are, if you believe that you can do it, like as cliche as it sounds, you will get there. You will fucking get there. 10 years later down the track, I'm just like, it is who we are.
Mm.
It's a pretty wild thing of like reflecting of those, like, same guys. I haven't really thought about it until only recently. Actually, when we were like talking about this in the last 24 hours, I'm like, fuck, how did I, deal with it? And I had to really think about it, because now it's kind of felt like this is part of who we are. So knowing that we go through the process, stuff like that, is exactly what our clients are doing. It's exactly what we've done in the past. It's exactly what you're going to be doing, is what you're doing right now. You're part of that journey. So we're all in this fucking little rat race together, what we call life, and just figuring out our shit at the end of the day,
100%. Yeah.
Wild.
That's actually crazy to think about. Literally.
It's crazy.
I think that health and fitness in general is mainly a vehicle. Like obviously you're getting physical benefits, healthier, more energy, all that sort of stuff. But it's the mental side, what it's actually doing to your subconscious mind. Like I said before, just proving to yourself that you can achieve things with enough effort, with enough discipline, with enough focus. You start proving to yourself, I can actually change stuff. This, who I am now, is not necessarily who I need to be in 5 years or 10 years. And like you can just try to fucking grit and bear it and change and, change your whole life, whatever, one bit at a time. But if you prove it to yourself with the vehicle of, say, the gym, or with the vehicle of the kitchen, or with the vehicle of, going for a run or going for a walk every day.
Giving your promises.
Yeah. Following through with what you say you're going to do and then reaping the benefits of that physically, it proves to yourself that you can actually make progress with enough effort. And that just, it's going to translate into all different areas of your life. Health and fitness, this is what I always tell my clients too. Health and fitness is the only area of your life that is just you. It's you and you. You versus you, or you with you, however you want to look at it. You know, with work, you have bosses, co-workers, employees, staff. With, you know, your family, you have siblings, you have friends, you have all that social aspect. Other people influence you in that area.
Yeah.
You know, even in hobbies, you'll often have, you know, people that are doing a sporting event with you or whatever. With your health and fitness, you're always responsible. You're 100% responsible for where you're at. So if you can make progress in that area, and it is pretty fucking easy, like it's not necessarily easy, but it's very straightforward and simple, and anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So if you can prove to yourself that you can actually make progress in that area with enough effort, then subconsciously you start believing, fuck, I can actually change who I am. I can actually change my reality.
And that's power.
It's massive.
It's
It's
massive
massive. And I
power.
think that's the whole thing that's changed who I am, definitely.
100%.
You know, subconsciously, like that's definitely why I stopped giving so much of a fuck about what other people thought. You know? Yeah, because even saying that now, even when I say that to myself now, I'm like, I scoff a little bit because I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. It's like it's fucking real.
It's real.
You know?
And you know what? I think it's like also on with what you're saying with like when you allow you to be yourself and you be that person you want to be. It's some people will probably disagree. Some people probably aren't going to like that. Like some people aren't going to like those sides, but some people fucking align with that. And those are the people. Those are the people in your life. You know what I mean? That align well with the version you want to be. It's just like,
right in your circle. So you
100%.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Circle.
Yeah.
Like, but also like even like you're looking at like from the perspective of our job of our clients.
Yes.
Our clients like are especially aligned with us, and how funny when we're like, you know, we're like related to obviously like our life as a PT. Do we ever have a really truly have a fucking bad day when we're hanging out with our clients?
It's the best day, the best time of the day, literally.
Literally, like
You know?
I like we look forward. Like it's funny when you're waking up at 4 a.m. fucking whatever, like and waking up that early, but we're just like we just get to hang out, or we get to hang out with our people. We get to hang out with people that align. It's the best part of our fucking day. But it always start with what we did for ourselves first to get us to this point of how we can like or doing those inner works of just being that version we want to be and really pursuing that unapologetically and just saying fuck it and being able to and recognizing that controlling what you can control. Just control what you can control and leave everything else for basically the universe to fucking unravel, if you want to say it that way. One of my favorite quotes is that if it doesn't matter in 5 minutes or 5 months or 5 years, there's no point thinking about it. So if it's really urgent, then okay, yeah, probably you might have to go like, you know, get onto that. But if it really is that insignificant, especially if it's out of your control and there's that rumination and there's that feeling where like you're about worried about what other people think and stuff like that, at the end of the day, is it really going to impact you? Probably fucking not. Like if you're worried about what this person might think, this person might not like you. Okay, sweet. They'll probably forget you in about a couple of hours, like later. You're like, nobody cares at the end of the day. And that's again, there's something so freeing about that, knowing that like you can be that person you want to be, and you can be absolutely relentless as you like to, but also be very compassionate and like it's why like as our jobs is never just the one chalk and like it's not the one flavor of just like it's just this or this is just who we are, like, you know, like, and we're just this one thing. It's just everything is so vast, so different, and yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. It's actually a little bit deeper than I thought. Hey,
Yeah.
but
No, it's good. I think a lot of people, like with what we're talking about now anyway, a lot of people do get caught in that fixed mindset. It all comes back to mindset. They get caught in that fixed mindset of, and I definitely was, of this is just who I am. You know, I'm just a shy person. I'm an anxious person. I am this. This is who I am. And yeah, like you're not going to be able to just think your way out of that. You might be able to think your way to help it by saying, oh, you know, these people changed and I can fucking do it or whatever. You're probably not going to beat your subconscious mind with that. You're not going to beat those deeply ingrained belief systems if you've done 10, 20 plus years of being that anxiety ridden, shy person. You got to prove it to yourself. You know, you need to be able to prove that you can change things, you know, and even little things like, you know, going for your fucking walk every day, doing things like that where you are somebody that follows through with what they say they're going to do. Then you start seeing that physical benefit. It's the third time I've come around to the same fucking saying the same thing in this video in a different way to make sure it gets through. Because the more I think about it, the more I realize how much that was the fucking defining factor of what's changed me as a person. Because if I didn't pick up those fucking dumbbells, I would still be that shy person. And anybody that knows me would wig the fuck out by hearing that,
So true.
you know?
It's so
Because
true.
I would be, you know, because I wouldn't have proved to myself that I can fucking change anything.
Yeah.
You know, I would just be in that fixed mindset of this is who I am, this is who I'll always be. And I'll just fucking look for the easiest job to get. When I applied to become a personal trainer, I was also applying to become an electrician at the same fucking time.
Unreal.
I had no electrical fucking background. I was just decent at maths. That was it. I wasn't even good at maths. I did general maths. I was just all right at that. Like, I'm like, fucking, what am I going to do?
So crazy.
But then I sort of went down this rabbit hole a bit more and started seeing how much it was really benefiting me. And like, I was coming out of my shell more with people, and it just fully switched my value system. And then I could be of service to people.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
It's different rather than just being like, I want them to like me. So I don't care if people like me, but I know I give value.
And people love that.
Yeah.
No, it's true. No, it's there's so much, it's so symbolic that what the weight room does of just showing up, especially when you don't want to, it is just say, it is symbolic of that person that you're just adhering to every fucking day. Because it's not like, obviously it's like it becomes trained habits and stuff like that. But there are times where you don't want to. There are times where you just can't be fucked. There are times where just, it's easier to go the path of least resistance. But it's a matter of like having that choice to be able to say, no, I'm gonna stay to this person because I will go back to that 52 kilo person. That's why we always look into like our goals of like our why, what drives us, and relating back to them. Like, do you want to become that past version of yourself again? Well, I'm like, you show up to the gym, show up to to that version that you want to adhere to every day, and you continue to do that. That baseline always continues up.
100%.
Looking back, like I always look back, like there are still, even to this day, this is 10 fucking years later, I look back and there are times where I'm just like, I work at a gym. It's like the lowest barrier of entry, but there are times where even I'm just like, fuck, I just really want to go home and have a nap. Until I think about it, I'm just like, if I did this, how is it going to make me feel? Especially if I go home, how is it going to make me feel after? And also, if I keep doing this, what is it going to make me do? I instantly relate it back to that kid that was 52 kilos, really anxious, really like introverted. And I'm just like, that's not the person I want to be. Back in we go. And this is a guy that lives at the gym essentially.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one that feel like you're struggling from getting A to B. Like it can be hard, but going and just focusing on becoming like, and just adhering and just maintaining that person you want to be can be a battle, but there's nothing more rewarding, especially when you look back a decade later.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm still that person. I'm still growing as that person. With that circle, with those people that's like-minded, becoming creative, having that victor's mindset of just being able to like, being super real with yourself, showing that belief system that you've got. You're like, I'm the person that I fucking am. Even though sometimes it can be discomforting. If people like, like yourself who has experience with like anxiety, stuff like that, I get it. It's not easy sometimes, but just throw yourself in there and you'll grow. You'll grow.
With enough time under something,
100%.
it becomes your normal, and as soon as that becomes your identity, it's a fuckload easier. Like, it's so much easier. And yeah, it's just like, you will need to eat some shit initially.
Always.
You gotta eat some shit. If you do the thing on your hard days, it becomes a lot easier to do on your good days. You just do a little bit better on your good days.
Always.
But as soon as that becomes your normal, as soon as you do that for an extended period of time, it's a shitload easier. But being a shitload easier doesn't mean that it's not fucking hard still. A lot of the time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. There are 100% times where we just don't want to do it, and that's it. But like, it's like we say, like we always talk about, especially in our recent episode podcasts, this is like even like things like failing and things like, or even just embracing adversity is one of the biggest factors. And something like, I like knowing that like these like parts of like being your true self and like being the version that you want to be, all this feeling of just like almost feels freeing, and embracing that feeling. I'm like, shit gets hard because it's going to be benefiting for you, not to you. It's going to be benefiting for you, is also a fucking awesome feeling. And this is what grows us, makes us grow who we are today. There always needs to be adversity in your life for you to grow and for you to build into that belief system, that version you want to be, or having, like that victor's mindset, not falling to that victor's mindset. It is it is that there is a teething period. There is murky water. There is a fucking like a heavy stream that goes through. You have to kind of adjust and find the stream. You have to find, it's how it moves and stuff like that. You have to be able to go with it and take it on. And then at the end of the time, there is going to be fucking clear water. You are going to be being that version of you want to be, and you will be maintaining that standard because it does become a lot easier. But it doesn't make it always so easy all the time, right?
No.
This was big.
Yeah. We didn't get through half of what we wanted to say. We got through 1/5 of what we wanted to say.
But I think this was probably needed because I feel like we don't really speak about us enough. We talk
No.
about, but
I'm still wigging out just thinking about that shit.
yeah,
I didn't hear anything you just said.
it's I just think it's so funny. I'm like, this is like literally real time when you watch this video,
I'm not even here right now. I'm like reminiscing right now.
dude.
Like,
When you were talking about it, I'm still laughing. I'm like, that was literally me. Like, so similar. It's fucking, and we've never spoken about this.
it's whack. Because even now, I could see, even saying that out loud, I can see how people could even depict that as, oh, we're just overcompensating. We're just overcompensating for being shy boys or something.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not. Like, I actually feel myself now, and since becoming this version of myself, this is who the fuck I am. I knew that straight away.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked into the fucking PT room and started talking to people about shit I was passionate about, I'm like, this is fucking who I am.
Yeah.
And then that translates to the rest of your life. You stop giving a fuck about shit that doesn't matter, Whereas, there's a lot of people out there with that fixed mindset, like I said before, where this is who I am, and they may just not have experienced who they actually are. Because I was fucking certain I was that shy guy. I was fucking certain I was that dude that had no confidence and couldn't talk to anybody. I was certain that was going to be my fucking life until I experienced something different. I had to almost accidentally fall into something different.
Yeah.
Like I didn't plan to become, confident and, not giving a shit about stuff that doesn't matter. I used to give a shit about I used to be the overthinker. I give fucking Lauren, my girlfriend, I'm fucking like saying, stop overthinking shit. That used to be me, like so much.
Me as
like
well,
bad.
Me as well.
But I just happened to stumble across this thing called, working on your health and fitness, the gym, training, eating well. I just stumbled across it. And it changed my whole fucking personality.
It transcends who you are as well. Because for me, example, like I came in for reasons that was more aesthetic. I wanted to think of like wanting to live this life because other people were living it. Until I realized it opened up the doorways onto who I truly want to be.
Oh, dude.
And working through pain, physical pain. You're putting yourself through a fucking adversity every single day.
Exactly.
There's something really special about that makes you grow so much as a person. And like it's something to kind of like smile about it now and it's a nice little testament of how far we've came as individuals. Hence why we wanted to pass it on. Similar thing, like I've always wanted to help people. It was in my nature. Like always had that idea of wanting to help some people, but I never knew how, never knew what for until the gym was my opening. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Funny story. I know we're going to wrap it up in a second, but funny story is because I actually, 6 months into my PT course, I had my resignation signed. That's how much I was ready to not be a PT. 6 months in. Average PT life, by the way, if you're ever unsure what that is 6 months.
Yep.
Because people don't realize, what actually comes into it. I think about that all the time, and I think that was another pivotal moment of my life. Knowing that, like, if I handed that through at that time, where would I be? But I stuck it out, and I realized that I had no, because I was stuck in that fixed mindset. I'm just like, this isn't for me. This isn't for. I'm not built to be a PT. I'm not part. I can't do that life. I'm too anxious. I can't talk to people. Until I had to throw myself into there. I had to let myself embrace the adversity and be able to say, just fuck it, just try. I don't see myself doing anything else, to be honest. It's so funny. Like, and I still think about that resignation letter all the fucking time, especially in moments where I'm just like, when times get tough, I'm just like, this is where you want to be. This is who you want to be.
Yeah. Try some shit. Experience some stuff. Test yourself.
Adhere
Yep.
to that version that you want to be. Really make it crystal clear of like who you want to be.
Mm.
It's not smooth sailing, and it never fucking will be. But that's what makes it so beautiful as well. It makes it really special because like you are taking on these adversities, not just physically, but also the mental journeys that comes with it, discomfort, physical and mental again, and you're taking it on, and you are growing with it, with the people ideally around you. Still thinking about it, man.
Oh, dude, I have so much to fucking say, but we do not have time.
No.
I'm
I
like-
gotta really bounce.
It's fucking There's a bit. It's actually a big topic.
It's a very big
You know?
topic. I think we
Right.
I think we're gonna we'll leave it with that. I think.
Mm.
I think we'll we've got more to ponder. Like I said, this was actually very off the plan. I feel, man.
Yeah.
I think we has
I
been.
felt extremely unprepared,
No, yeah, me too.
to be honest.
Same.
But yeah,
This is,
it's massive.
I guess, this is season 1.
Yep, that was season
Yeah.
1. Hope you guys learned a lot.
Hope
A
you
lot,
guys-
a lot of mental stuff. You know, I think next season we might make it a bit more chatty, back and forth like this. Still structure it, but
We're actually gonna put a
Make it a bit
fucking-
more
we're
chatty.
actually gonna put it on Spotify next season or something,
yep.
and probably at least solidify the podcast a
Mm.
little bit more.
Because apparently we have a fuckload more shit to say.
So, yeah, heaps, man.
like-
Heaps.
That didn't even touch the surface.
Wow, there's a lot going on in that one.
Yeah.
It's just-
Dude, I'm like,
we get vulnerable. We're getting real vulnerable.
no, it's cool, man. Like,
It's very cool.
I don't know. People just don't realize what they can actually do. And I think that's definitely why PT was resonated with me so much in particular, because like you said, you start with that aesthetic sort of goal. You start with that, I want to lose 20 kilos. You start with that, I want to, get that physique or get whatever. And that's an awesome little, almost foreplay. It's
Yeah,
an awesome little foot in the door to get the ball rolling. But if you stick with that shit, you don't understand what it's going to do to your personality. You don't understand what it's going to do to your whole life and identity. And then what you're able to do. Like for example, Danny and I, we never would have been the people that we are now. We would never be fucking sitting in front of this camera. I would definitely not be sitting in front of this fucking camera.
No, God no. God
Like,
no.
absolutely not.
No, dude, I'll be terrified. Dude.
If I didn't make those changes back when I was, fucking 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
Like it's wild to sit back and think about now. Like,
It's a lot to think about, and I think
Fuck
we're gonna
that.
ponder it. I think it's like what why we love being a lifestyle coach is because we want to be able to pass this on to show that you guys can do it because we did walk the walk. We were the introverts. I'm finding out now we were the introvert. Couldn't talk to
fucking
people.
insanely.
Couldn't fucking be loud. And I didn't realize how relatable it was.
Mm.
And that's what we always dream for our clients.
You just don't know. You just don't know what you're missing out on until you actually make a change. Like we say all this stuff, change your belief systems, change this, change that. But all you need to do is take that first fucking step and start getting the ball rolling and just be open. Just open yourself up to the possibility of being somebody different and becoming somebody different. Not staying that shy, anxious, lacking confidence version of yourself that you are now. As long as you're open to that and you're willing to move forward slowly
and learn,
you can fucking do literally whatever you want.
You can really achieve awesome things.
Yeah. But don't limit yourself because it was like mine was just purely by chance, massively by chance that I ended up here.
Yeah.
I could just have easily been that fucking shy person forever.
Yeah.
And then I would have annoyed so many less people. I'm sure a lot of people would have wished I was still that person, to be
You're
honest.
sparky right now.
Yeah, I'm sure the neighbors at the gym would have fucking appreciated that.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, we better wrap that shit up.
This is the Split Shift Pod Season 1. We are grateful that you are on this. You've been on this journey with us. This was all new. This was a tester, if anything, for the moving into the new season.
Watch those last 20
for the last
episodes because
season.
we're about to delete them all and start again. So
Literally. And
thanks for watching.
take care. I got to go to my client.
Yeah.
now.
Get there, bro.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. We'll see you next season. Cut. I gotta go.